Hello, everyone. This is the 22nd and 24th President of the United States, Maggie Thatcher here, with a message from beyond the grave. You can watch the Bonehead Cartoon by clicking the link in the description. Also, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and kiss your mother with that mouth. Thank you all.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Hey everybody! Welcome to Ink the Book Show. I'm Ryan O'Connor. It's the show where I draw comics in the margins of my life. So pick up a pencil and draw your copy of Bonehead along with me. Here we go. Page 156, or so it claims. I don't buy that for a second. It's got to be close to 20 pages beyond that. But I don't know. So let's see. Here's Bonehead, our titular character. I need some light. Here we go. Okay, let's start with the eye because I think there's a lot of ink on this brush and I need to kind of get some off here. I'm going to twist it on this paper. So, I have a tendency to get the, you're too nice. You're too nice. A lot. And my instinct is to say, screw you. Screw you, be nicer. Then maybe I wouldn't have to fall on my sword so much. Everyone else should be nice. Also, I'm the most selfish person I know. So, I'm selfish and lazy, and I'll never be nice enough. How about that? That's my thought on that. Somebody just told me that a little while ago. So I was just thinking about that. That's all. Here's his face. I don't know what I said. Here's, and I didn't know where I was going with that. Man, yesterday I didn't think I was going to finish the page because I was like falling asleep. Almost at a couple points, but I finished the page. You know, even when I'm my least entertaining, I think this is a good show. Here's why. Because you're seeing what it's like to make a comic. Sometimes you gotta do it even when you're tired and don't want to draw. But it's like, when am I going to do it? When I'm at my day job? When I'm sleeping? I gotta do it now. If I'm going to make a comic, I have to do it now. If I'm gonna make a comic, I have to be my comic making boss. Because no one else is gonna make me make Bonehead. Right? No one's gonna hold me to that. No one else cares about the stupid idea in my head. So I gotta be the mean boss to myself and make me draw it every day. And this is what the work day is. Like I said at the beginning, in the margins of my life, and I'm not getting paid to make it. And that's got to be good enough. And it's like, make it or die having never made it is kind of the option. Right? So here's me making it. Oh man, I was looking through the script the other day, and on the margins of one of the pages of the script, I'd come up with what I was going to write in the dedication at the front of the book, and it got me. So that's going in. I won't say who I dedicated it to. It's going to be a surprise. boy, I wish any of my cowardly friends or family would come in. Let's see. What can I say? I sent them the link before I came on, and I said, "Join me or don't." And I just sent the follow up. So don't it is. I gotta be kind of bitchy about it. But look, I'm on here every dang day, just about. I don't care if I look stupid. Yesterday I was falling asleep on the stream. And it's like you gotta put aside your pride and just do stuff. Have fun. Do you know how much fun it would be on here if I had one of my friends from high school or college in here, or one of my siblings in here? We could burn the house down every day. It would be hilarious. It would be wonderful. Or it would be a flaming train wreck. And that would be great in its own way, right? Not a peep. Yeah, like there's so many pages where I'm just like, at least a few times, I've like pretty much whited out whole panels because I drew them so poorly. But my friends, they can't come on and stutter for half an hour just to humor their friend. They're afraid they're gonna look stupid or something. Whatever. I'll put on my own show with fireworks and beer. I don't have any beer. I don't have any fireworks. But I've got a little blue dinosaur and a little blue whale. And what's in the whale's mouth? Some kind of yellow boat thingy. Look, here's his tongue. I showed this a while ago when I opened this. So he's supposed to. Oh, rip off. He's supposed to. He's supposed to. He's supposed to eat it. But I'm not going to play with the little blue whale all day. Okay. Um, um, what was going on? So my guy Doug Tenaple, he has a podcast called Audio Mullet with Ethan Nicole, the guy who does Axe Cop, or did Axe Cop with his 5-year-old brother back in the day. Like his 5-year-old brother would write it with, and he would draw it. And it was basically like he would just keep asking his younger brother questions. Like anytime he had a question, he'd be like, "Okay, but what about that?" And he would like hold his brother to the kid logic of the stories he would tell about the toys that they were playing with. Usually, it was kind of how they made it up as they went. And anyway, Axe Cop. It was a webcomic about 10 years ago. And so Doug Tenaple, Ethan Nicole, and at the beginning, it was also Michael J. Nelson of Riff Tracks and Mystery Science Theater. Well, they had a podcast called Audio Mullet, and that they just did the last episode today, episode 86, appropriately enough. Right? 86th. They 86'd it. But I think they're going to start some new podcast. Sounds like. Okay. Here's Billy TV, and he's like, "Psst, get us out of here. Psst, psst, untie us." I'm not supposed to be talking about what's on the page because we're getting real close to the end of the book. Well, I don't know how close to the end we are. I feel like I'm going to be inking this for another 2 months. But but it's kind of like the point of the story where I can't be talking too much about what goes on anymore. But I do it anyway, because I'm a dang fool. Cadavers, cadavers, everywhere cadavers, cadavers, cadavers. I was just listening to that song. It's called, I forget. No, it's called Cadavers by Brian Dewan. It's kind of funny. I like Brian Dewan. He does like a lot of like folk music kind of stuff. It's like classic folk songs that he'll do sometimes, or like obscure folk songs, obscure strange folk songs, and then sometimes he makes up his own strange folk songs. And he plays a lot of them on this instrument, this stringed instrument called a zither, which he makes himself. Him and his brother construct them. I think back in the day, he used to tour with They Might Be Giants, which is my big favorite band. If you're familiar with They Might Be Giants, he built the shrine on the cover of their second album, Lincoln. Brian Dewan built that. And the people on that shrine are John Linnell and John Flansburgh of They Might Be Giants' grandfathers. I guess John Flansburgh's mother's maiden name was Hospital. And oh wait. Was somebody just in there? Oh, I'm gonna beat everybody up. Who jumped in and out? Somebody was trying to get in on the show. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe they accidentally clicked the link. Anyway, so John Flansburgh's grandfather, his last name was Hospital, and he was also a general. You see, he's wearing like his general uniform in the photo on that cover, but his name was General Hospital. It's kind of strange. Interesting. Okay. So many chairs. So many reasons to end it all. I mean, don't end it all. I wonder who that was. Okay, so Now we're on to, let me adding all the necessary drop shadows. So my brothers are driving to Florida right now, Mike and Liam, and I was seeing pictures of them hanging out in Tennessee this morning. I was jealous because I've been to Tennessee twice and I loved it both times. Also, I didn't get an invite to this trip. Jerks. I love those jerks. Cadavers, cadavers, everywhere, cadavers, cadavers, cadavers. Let's see, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, now for Petunia. This here's the girl. The girl of this picture. Never mind the other women in this. Um, I think I like that eye being a bit smaller. I think I made both of her eyes a bit smaller. She was looking a little buggy. Here's her little bow. All right, and she's got some. She's got a ponytail here, which is like a second ghost wisp that she has. It like matches her ghost tail. I thought I was going to be falling asleep again on this one already. It's been a long day. Who knows? Maybe in 15 minutes. Maybe in 15 minutes I'll fall asleep and wake up 8 hours later to a million hits. Did I say 8 hours? I don't remember the last time I slept 8 hours. It was probably yesterday. I don't know. Here's a bunch of lines. There's one. Yet another one. One more still. And again. One more. And another. Now you're getting it. Now we're cooking with gas. Here's Mort. Who is barely here for a reason. He's barely written into this scene at all. But he brought Petunia, so he's there too. Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. I heard that song earlier today. It always bugs me that he remembers that it was Saturday in the park, but he can't quite remember if it was the 4th of July. I might have brought this up recently on this show. I don't remember, but every time I hear that song, that's all I can think about. Dead air. What are we gonna talk about? Let's talk about the deficit. That's something I got from Norm Macdonald a long time ago. He's like trying to sound smart or something. Like, the deficit. That's something smart people are always talking about. The deficit. Norm Macdonald. He's in the news, even though he's dead. God rest his soul. He's putting out a new special that he recorded in his living room. Prior to some like emergency operation he had a few months before his death, where he's like, well, should something happen, I want to have this filmed just in case. I think it was like in the middle of the pandemic that he filmed it. So he's in his living room, and he wanted to record his last bit, or he wanted to record all this stand-up material in case he didn't get to film it as a special. And then he died like some months later. And so it's going up on Netflix this month in on the 30th, May 30th. So there's my impression of a chair. Now you can tell I've never seen a chair before, but you get the idea. Okay, now I get. Oh wait, I'm not done. Can you dig it? Yes, I can. A man selling ice cream, singing Italian songs. Problematic. I'm just kidding. Because he just named an ethnicity. Oops, I'm not even on screen. What a dingbat. Or maybe I was, I don't know. Either way, I'm a dingbat, let's say. Boom! I'm coming out of my room. So let's see. Oh, I'm yawning. You know what that means. I'm already dead. I don't like this line because it touches her bow. What a terrible planner I am. You know who would make a better book than me? You. Any old buddy other than me. I gotta fix the tip of that finger. And me without a spoon. Great green gobs of greasy, grimy gopher guts, dirty little birdie's feet, French fried eyeballs swimming in a pool of blood, me without a spoon. That's how Stimpy sings it. I want to make this a little less, straightforward parallel lines there. Oh yeah, I know what else I was going to do. I was going to make la 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 doo doo doo. Kabong. Happy, 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 happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, 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 doo. I don't think you're happy enough. I'll teach you to be happy. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. The little critters of nature. They don't know that they're ugly. I told you I'd shoot, but you didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me? And so on. Hey, look. Did you just... Not a lot. What's up with you?
Nothing. We just had all the little kids over and they left. So we're...
And they sent you to me.
Nah, I just came over. I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah. This is my life now. At this desk.
You like my moniker?
I don't see it. I have it turned off on my thing.
Okay. Peter Potamus.
Oh, I did see it. Oh, wait, I do see it, but it's not on the screen. I think we were talking about Peter Potamus last night, me and Tyler. Briefly, really? Among other things.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
The hippo holler.
I don't like that. What's that?
The hippo holler.
What'd you say?
He had the hippo hurricane holler.
Sure.
You haven't watched the cartoon. You know what? Go to YouTube when you get a chance. Put in Peter Pan. He does the hippo hurricane holler in each episode with his little friend, So the monkey.
That's very nice.
I was just talking to Kaylee about...
No, I never really saw that cartoon. Huh? About what?
That's Hanna-Barbera cartoons. I was just talking to Kaylee, and she was talking about albums that she just bought. And one of them was a bargain album of Ricky Lee Jones. And that album is the song "It Must Be Love," which was me and your mom's first dance song at our wedding.
On what album?
Monday, by the way.
What'd you say?
Our anniversary is Monday.
Oh, okay. You keep kind of cutting out a little bit, but what was I going to say? What's the album?
The magazine. It had the song "It Must Be Love" on it.
Okay.
So I told her that we went to see Ricky Lee Jones, and it didn't seem like she was going to play this song, but at the end, like, a lot of people were like shouting it out. So she did, and as soon as it was over, she left. So,
oh, wow.
Well, she never does encores,
but she did that time.
Well, kind of, because she threw that in. But then she left the stage, and your mom was crying because, that was our song. And and then I had to go to the bathroom, and I met the guitar player in the bathroom after the show, and I told him, I said, tell her that was the song that was our first dance at our wedding, and we were happy that she played it because it made her cry. It made my wife cry. And I said, but it was great that she was able to hear her do that song live. And I said, let her know. And he goes, oh yeah, I'll definitely tell her. So it's kind of a chance meeting in the bathroom, right?
Yeah, that really is. That's cool.
Wait a minute. I didn't have it made me cry.
Because it's our 35th anniversary on Monday.
I didn't say why it made me cry.
On Monday, huh?
No, don't put me on video. But I didn't
my
say
mom.
me cry. It could have been like another story.
Wait, what are you saying?
And I said, I didn't say why it made me cry. It could have been a whole different story.
See, I try to romanticize everything, and she shoots it down and brings it to its crudest, dullest
Maybe
point.
I was like, oh my God, what did I do? 30 years.
What a sweet woman.
I know. I can't help it.
She really can't.
Won't.
It's too well placed.
Oh, well, you have to have a wee bit of Irish humor in there.
Sure.
Just a wee bit. Right, Brian?
So how's this going?
Going all right.
On pages. Looks like you got a couple there.
Just this one. But it says it's page 156A, but it's probably like 170 something.
Are you ever gonna finish this?
No, never.
It's painstakingly. You can tell it's being made with love. It's painstakingly long, but it looks so good.
It's made with delusion.
So is
No.
our anniversary coming up.
Oh, pipe down. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the last page, as they are numbered. I know I've added a bunch of pages throughout the book, so it's longer than it looks. But the last page is numbered 213, but it's gonna. I don't know. I think it's about like 16 pages longer than that at least. And then I'm also, I made this. I realized a while back that I made a huge continuity error in the plot.
Oh, you told me that, so you had
Did
to
I?
add just to bring it back around.
Yeah, so I had to like refigure out the ending, and in order to like use as much of the book that as I had drawn as possible, I made it so I was just going to have to change I think a few panels and then add some pages to kind of round out the story. So I don't know, but I was just kind of like revisiting like the part that I had come up with, to the changes that I had come up with to make sure it still worked, because I haven't drawn it yet or figured or written the script of it. I just wrote like an outline of what the additional stuff is going to be, and I was like, yeah, but it's still missing something. It's still missing something. It'll work, but it's missing something. And I came up with what I was going to add, or another little detail, and I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good finally.
Excellent.
I'm excited about the end of the book now. I always get these like feelings like I'm a fraud, like this book is going to be trash, but now I don't feel that way right now.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah. Hooray.
I've been using the word hurrah a lot lately. Like we learned in grammar school. Like,
Did you?
Ray, and every time it said hurrah, I was like, this is ridiculous. It doesn't even sound like anything anybody would say. So, to that point, now I'm saying it. Well, it had to be invented for a reason, right?
Tut tut.
I also took back the word not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kids were today, Jimmy and Trini came with the kids, and
you said the kids were over?
yeah, Jimmy and Trini came with the boys, and Brayden brought this workbook I got him at Christmas. One of his presents. It was like I can draw. It's a thick book,
Uh-huh.
and he was intent, just sitting there. Tara was out doing her college homework in the garage with her, brought her laptop out there, and she was doing her work there. And he
Uh-huh.
down beside her, and he goes, "I need to work on my workbook." So I was telling him, when you go to school for, when you draw that good and everything, when you do your work that good, if you get an A, that's very good. And you're working really hard. So I think you might get A's if you keep working that hard. If you get a B, that's good. If you get C, that's okay. If you get a D, not so good. And if you get an E, that's really bad. And he's like, well, I don't think I'm going to get an A because I'm just drawing pictures. It's a draw book. I goes, yeah, but you're going to have an art class too. So, yeah, you can get an A for drawing pictures. And he goes, I can? I goes, yes, you can. So he's like, okay. Just kept on drawing.
Oh, he's gonna get all A's. He's a real smart kid.
He is very.
How smart is
Um,
went to
and he's proud of being smart. Like he's,
Yeah.
Nothing
is too hard for him. He takes on any task.
yeah. But how smart can he be? He went swimming in the pool today, and the water was
Yeah.
ice cold.
the
Cool.
fool. No, I'm just kidding.
Freezing, and he dove in.
He was swimming. He was
Yeah,
all over the
he
place
stayed
with
in
no life jacket. We had to
Stayed
stay
in
there and
there
watch
with
him.
blue lips and shivering teeth. So yeah.
I gotta get to your pool too.
You can come tomorrow, but it's going to start raining around 1 o'clock.
No, I can't.
Come early.
I won't be able to.
When are you working?
Are you off Thursday?
I'm never off again. No, I don't know.
Right.
I'll
I think Thursday's going to be 80 something, 82 or something. Most of the week is going to be 70. I mean, it's still nice enough barbecue and stuff. So come by whenever you're off.
Sure. Can do.
You don't.
Are you just leaving your hand in one position, or are you frozen?
Oh, my bad. I think I was drawing off screen too.
You were. I thought the camera like froze.
My bad. I'm a nitwit. Worst show on YouTube.
Not anymore.
I need.
We're here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they saved everything.
Who's been your most recent visitors?
Psh, psh. Ain't nobody.
How
Probably
about your-
Liam, and that was a million years ago. Huh?
How about your friend from Australia?
Oh, I haven't heard from her in a bit. Crimson. Though, this one person that pops in the chat a lot that I hadn't heard from in a while from Canada has been on the last two streams a little bit.
That's cool.
What's that?
You're international.
Yeah.
So you got that going for you.
I'm a rock star, man.
Who's getting all the things?
So,
Our phone's crazy.
so Daddy, what are you doing for your anniversary? Or is it a secret?
I was thinking of doing something special with my sweetie.
Oh. Well, good.
No.
Better luck next year, Mom.
Not quite. Not quite.
Not quite what?
She said she's gonna have to make me dinner. Not quite.
Oh.
I got bullets in the pistol.
I had no idea. Oh, you're working on something already?
Fire.
Speaking of work, you had some work done on your knees and haven't been able to go to work. Is that right?
Well, I did go to work this week. I started driving my truck again. I hadn't driven it in like 9 weeks. And now I started driving it again, and I've been going to work.
Cool. So have you been able to work? You're going up and down ladders and
No.
painting
I've been
rooftops
on
again?
the ladder just to check it out, and I told my physical therapist that I've been going up and down ladders, so she's been coming up with more.
She's
Like,
been following you up the ladder, and
yeah, she's been coming up with more exercises for me to do, and she goes, "This will help you because you say you got to be able to do the ladder." So she's got me riding a stationary bike instead of. I was doing the other thing where you just push it with your feet, like a pedal with your feet, but it's like you're just pushing straight forward. And now I'm actually sitting on a stationary bike and pedaling all the way around, and that's like the first minute was really sore, and then it got easier as the next 9 minutes went by. So I'm planning on riding a bike this summer a little bit and
cool.
swimming. So,
Dude, I gotta get me a bike. I've been meaning to get a bike for like 10 years.
I don't have one, but they all got stolen out of the garage. I had a brand new one at one point, and it took off on me. But Liam, whose friends I think are the ones that took it, has a bike in the garage, and I told him, "Yeah, I'm gonna ride your bike sometimes over the summer."
Hmm.
Oh, is it mine? Well, apparently somebody gave me one, and I've got it.
A bike?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just have to
that was
get
easy.
it. I have to get it right or ready, and then, like at the clinic, I have to like set the seat real high so it's high enough for me to get my legs around. Because if it's too low, it's too hard to do still. But things are improving. Like I said, I've been going to work. I've been contributing, but not on a major league level. But
I'm sure it's easier to keep the trains running when you're there.
yes, that's a thing. So like my little contributions are like
Barking orders.
they're there. It's not like where I used to be, but it's better. My legs are kind of sore at the end of the day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like today I cut the lawn.
Are they all withered and atrophied?
No, they're actually getting fat because I'm eating and I'm walking on them. And I had somebody tell me the other day, "Wow, for somebody that had knee surgery, like a knee replacement 8 weeks ago, you are moving very well." And I go, "Wait till I'm done walking down your stairs, and then I go out to my truck, and that'll be the end of that." 'Cause yeah, I have a lot of strength for a short period of time. So I come back too early, but kind of have to.
Yeah. What's new with mom? Anything?
You know what she did?
Oh, she's right there.
Let me tell you this.
Extensively.
Fine.
She made a painting of her uncle, and she gave it to her cousin to bring when she went back to the island. And she gave the package to them. It was all wrapped up, and they held it for like 6 days.
No, for 6 weeks.
Oh, for 6 weeks until it was his birthday, and then they gave it to him.
So they didn't see what it looked like for 6 weeks.
So she had it all taped off and everything, and I saw a video. It took him like
an hour to open it.
Yeah, about half an hour to get it open. Then they said, "Who's it from?" And he didn't have a clue. And then he held it up, and it was a portrait she had drawn of him, and it was like he's sitting there holding it on his lap, and it's like your story checks out. There he is. Like he's holding it, and it looks like it's twins.
It's
So,
like the picture in a picture. It's
yeah,
like in the portrait is of him holding a portrait of himself, holding a portrait of himself
yeah, exactly. Perfect.
But oh yeah, so mom always has done landscape paintings, and she
Yeah.
was saying a while ago she was trying to get into
Portraits.
portraits, and I guess she has, huh?
Well, that's only the second one I've done, Ryan. But
Yeah.
I'd like to do one of all the kids and everything, the little grandkids and everything, because it's a whole different thing, you
Yeah.
know.
You might want to catch them now while they're young.
But like, I only like pencil ones. Painting a portrait is a whole different thing for me. It's like something I'd
Yeah.
have myself, you know.
Hmm.
So
Like I like drawing made up fake characters that could never exist in real life. And I did that painting of
I noticed.
Jimmy and Katrina and their kids, and it's already
what?
um,
A classic.
extinct, or not extinct. It's like already outdated. Like I have to do a new one, I think, because
Yeah, because
one
you
of the kids
improve over
isn't
time.
in it, and then they've got another kid on the way.
But not only that, when you look
Well, he's
back.
anything like us, you'll be updating it yearly,
Yeah.
bi-yearly.
No, but if you're anything like me, when you look back at artwork and you're like, oh my God, that was so bad. I could do it so much better now. Do you
So
ever?
you think my painting was terrible?
No,
I'm just kidding.
talking about stuff
I'm just kidding.
that. Because I had things I've done in the past and people are like, oh, that's so cool. I'm like, absolutely not. Even like landscape photo paintings, I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, that was so bad. That was one of my first ones.
Here, show off some of your paintings.
What?
Bring out some of your paintings.
Some of my paints?
I said bring out some of your paintings. Show them off.
Right
I'm
now,
not going to
right
take
now.
them off the
Yeah,
wall.
yeah.
Most of them are up on the walls. Another time.
Psh,
No time present.
some art show this turned out to be.
Oh, you can come over here sometime when you're doing your art show and go around with your camera and do it.
Did I do that?
I'd be nice
Sounds fun.
all day. I'm not about to get up down. So anyway,
Root through your closet, pull out a piece of treasure that you made.
yeah.
No, my thing is always I wanna make a book of your paintings and
Yeah,
poetry.
but you know, anytime I try to make a copy of them, they come back horrible. My computer is terrible. My printer is terrible. So it's like to get a good print, even if you submit them into.
How do you get good
What?
you've never scanned them in, right? Because they're big old paintings. How do you
Yeah,
get a good
Look into it.
most of them are too big. So it's like, most of the paintings are 16 by 20. So how do you scan them in? If I was able to
Yeah.
scan them on a big
That's
huge.
what I'm wondering about this, because I don't have a good scanner for scanning
Yeah.
all these 11 by
So
17.
I don't know if some of these office places have the capacity or whatever to scan large artwork, but Kaylee was
Mhm.
telling me there's a way you can just do it in segments because they did something like
Yeah.
that in school. So you scan. I'm like, well, that's beyond me. Come on. I left school at 18 and that was it. I don't know how to do that kind of
For over
stuff.
200 pages, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I'm like, I give up. But any other way you make a copy of them,
I know there's
turn out that good. So I just don't know.
like I know there's good scanners that you
Yeah.
can get for fairly cheap out there, but I haven't so far come across one. Though
Yeah.
I did scan a few pages at the library.
Oh, really? But
Yeah.
I mean, how large a scanner do they have there?
16 by 20.
Do they
Or what?
really?
Sorry, I said I said what you said, not what I said. No,
No.
11 by 17.
Yeah, see what I
My
mean?
bad.
So, but like Kaylee was saying, you scan it in segments, and then you like go into whatever program, and you put it all. I'm like, I can't do that. You know,
Mhm.
maybe you guys could figure it out, but I can't. So I gave up on it. It kind of makes me not want to even do artwork anymore, because it's just like, what am I doing with it? I just keep making paintings, but putting them up in the walls of my house because I don't know what else to do with them. You know.
Don't know what else to do with it.
I don't. I'm like, who wants it? Nobody wants that.
Christmas gifts. Why wouldn't anybody want your paintings? What are you talking about?
No. Where am I going to sell them?
Oh,
You
You
know,
should sell them.
I don't know if anybody interested in,
my
like,
mind went right to some entrepreneur. I am. My mind went right to Christmas gifts.
well,
Like, oh
yeah,
yeah, oh yeah.
but like
You'd like
younger
to make some
people,
money.
I don't know if younger
Okay.
people are into landscapes much, you know.
Hey,
But you
by
do.
the way, now her name is Peter Potamus.
So, but I really do. I want
What
to
a
do
weirdo.
portraits to give as gifts. You know what I mean? That would be nice to give to people as gifts.
Yeah.
Because that's sentimental to their family. That's good. Like do the grandkids and all that stuff. So yeah, so I think I want to get into that.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Boone, will be fun to paint.
well,
Run out of
so
blue with his eyes.
Oh yeah.
yeah, he was so cute. I sent a video to Liam and Josie because
He just turned 2.
Cool until he was in the pool.
he was looking for them, and it's like, where is Liam? He goes, Liam, go on. And then I said, where's Josie? And he goes, Josie, go on. I said, where did they go? I said, did they go bye-bye? And he goes, Liam, bye-bye. I'm like, where did Josie go? And he goes, Josie, bye-bye. Because they're on the way to Florida, but so far they've stopped in Tennessee. Now they're in
Yeah, I was
Atlanta,
jealous.
Georgia. I'm like, wait a minute. They're paying for this condo they rented, and they're spending all their time traveling.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're missing out on what you paid for. I don't know. Well, maybe they planned it that way. I don't know. Maybe they planned it that way. They were going to travel for 2 days and then get
Yeah,
there.
I'm sure they did.
I'm
I
sure.
think they're staying Sunday through
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah. So whatever.
So that's the week.
Well, it's a little bit quieter around here. It's just me, Dad, and Tara.
Tara
And
split.
Tara went over. She's been working extensively on her. She has just
Masters. I'm just.
a couple more
Okay.
days left before school is out, and then she's done until the fall.
What's she doing in school?
Well, she's taking all these
Anatomy
and things for
vocabulary for the what is it? Terms.
yeah, because she wants to go for
So she said the two courses.
was it
go hand in hand.
ultrasound she's doing? Ultrasound.
Sonography, yeah.
Sonography. So yeah.
Like a vampire bat.
And
Yeah.
you know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm going to this lady's house this week, and she I'm gonna like go look at her basement to paint it. And I painted at her house a number of times, and she took sonography. She set up the sonography program at Harper College, and
Uh-huh.
and she's got her own business now where she does sonography. And she said that Tara could shadow her.
Oh yeah, I think you told me that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see her. I actually was in contact with her an hour ago, so I'm gonna go see her sometime, probably Monday. Tara wants me to mention that she wants to take her up on that offer and see what she
Oh,
said.
cool.
So yeah, it could be good for her.
Yeah.
And the lady's very nice. She's like easy to get along with. She's got like teenage daughters. They're just a couple of years younger than Tara. So she has a good rapport with them, and she talked with Tara before, and they seem to get along all right. So, but then the last time we were there, Tara had finished work, and she like really had a rough day. We were working all day, and we went over to her house, and she was telling me like, well, if she isn't getting an A in anatomy, she ought to drop the class right there because you need that. You need to have an A. So Tara's been like really working hard, and she's got. I think she last I talked to her, she was like around 94. So
She's got an
right
Oh,
now,
wow.
so that's good because
That
that if
girl.
she,
Well, that's
well,
why
she's been putting a lot of time and effort into it.
yeah. She stays up all night working.
Yeah. So if things work out and she has to apply, I think there is one of the schools is Harper for sonography. The other one, there's another one like I forget where, one of the other suburbs around here. And then the other one I think was in New Jersey. And I'm like, well, kind of shoot for
Screw
these
that.
first. Shoot for these two first, because damn. But yeah, so woman, okay, hopefully
What's that?
I'll talk to her on Monday when I see her, and hopefully she's still as receptive about taking her on, letting her shadow her, because that's something that you need.
Yeah.
And she offered it up. I'm like, wow, the one who set up the program for the school you want to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I mean,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah. But the one day, like I said, she was like overtired from working all day, and the lady was telling her like, you need to get an A in this course or just drop it and redo it, and then you're gonna need to shadow somebody. You're gonna need to reach out to these schools and transfer over to them, and sometimes the programs fill up quickly because it's like a short supply,
Uh-huh.
it's high demand job. Like, what is it? There's not as many openings as there are people.
Like applicants, yeah.
So it's a tight. It's tough, but it pays pretty well if you get in too, and it's something.
Yeah.
It's something that where it's not, you know, that impractical like.
Drawing comics.
Wow. That's why I told Braden.
I wasn't even gonna go there.
That's why I told Braden when he was sitting beside her, and I said, keep doing your work in your workbook, and when you go to school, you can get A's too. And he goes, "What?"
What are you saying? Sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. That's why I was telling you earlier. Dad was telling you about Tara. She's holding an A in her class, and
Uh-huh.
Braden was sitting out on the opposite side of the table in the garage doing his drawing
Oh, little,
work, and that's why
yeah.
I told him, it's like, well, Tara's getting A's because she works so hard.
Okay,
And
that's right.
if you work hard, you will get A's too. And I explained the A and the B, the C. I went through it before, and then he goes,
Uh-huh.
well, but he's like, but I'm just drawing pictures. You can't get A's for drawing pictures. And I goes, yes, you can. Like Uncle Ryan who got A's for drawing pictures. And I'm like, yes, you can. So keep on drawing,
Yeah.
So, and he was all excited. He goes, okay. And then you get all excited because he loves doing.
Now,
Uh,
so the two oldest of my nieces and nephews, Braden and Carson, are they both going to school this year?
Well,
I think
I believe
Braden doesn't make
so.
the cutoff.
Yeah, I
So
think
does he have to wait till
no,
next year?
Braden. Does Braden make the cutoff?
Yeah, they'll make it this year.
Yeah, this
They
year.
both
Both of
Last
them?
year.
5.
Yeah,
They're
because
both going to start at
they're
6.
going to be 6 this year,
Yeah.
but they didn't make the cutoff last year. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're like me. Like they're always going to be like the oldest ones in their class.
Yeah.
Carson's already playing.
Because
But I mean, but
the fall
they're
book,
already doing so much work at home because they do workbooks, and I mean they know the alphabet, they know the numbers, they know a lot of stuff. So
yeah.
Braden's a Lego genius.
Yeah, yeah. Braden's a genius already with a lot of stuff, you know. So Carson is too, you know.
Yeah.
He's doing workbooks at home all the time now. Josie babysits, so Josie does like I think like an hour of school time a day with them, you know. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that's really good. And Katrina does it with them too. I mean, even
Yeah.
Chance today was like, oh, what was it? He was something he found. He goes, wait a minute, let me count them. I forget what it was. Something. We're outside most of the day. And he goes, look at a bunch of these things, whatever it was. And he goes, I need to count them. And I goes, oh, he's the count. So he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. So anyway, but yeah, they're all doing good in that category.
Good,
Dad
good, good, good.
wants his phone back, so there you go.
I have to tell you something. Braden was in the pool, and I told him, "Hey, here that I saw on the news this morning that in southern Illinois, a lot of armadillos have like migrated to southern Illinois, and
What?
and they're going to start moving up this way. They're migrating north.
What?
I don't
Why?
know. I don't know why, but they are. And Braden, I was like, do you know what an armadillo is? And he goes, yeah, they've got real sharp claws, and they dig into the ground, and they've got like hard shells like armor. And I'm like, yeah.
He knows exactly what an armadillo is.
So
I didn't know that much about armadillos until I was like a teenager, probably.
That's what I told him.
I think about them. What are they?
Not what you're thinking. Armadillo.
Jiminy Christmas.
But they're animals. I'll show you one later. I'll show you one in a little
Do they
while.
look like dinosaurs?
They've got.
They're kind of a cross between a mammal and a
like a possum and a roly poly.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I gotta look them up right now.
Yeah, do. They're
How big
unique
are they?
looking. Bigger than skunk.
She was not expecting me to say a cross between a possum and a roly poly. Not in a million years.
I'm thinking, how big are they? Roly poly? What?
They're you know how big a skunk gets? They're
Nice.
like bigger than raccoons.
Oh, now I have
Okay,
another
so
one. Now I
an
have another
armadillo
one.
is
I'll be
bigger.
like, is it a possum or a skunk?
She'll still call it a coyote.
Or is it a coyote? Or is it an armadillo?
Did she say lamadillo?
Say that right. What did you say?
It's
Did
an
she say lamadillo?
No, she said armadillo.
What's it called?
Armadillo.
Like that.
Yeah, you did.
Armadillo. Is it a skunk or a coyote?
Did you look it up yet?
No. It's throwing. All right. 3 tablespoons of ketchup. Oh, wait a minute. That was a recipe.
Tablespoons of ketchup. I don't think she's on the right page.
All right. Let me see.
Wrong chapter.
This is how I entertain myself. I give her something new to look into.
My mom, the foreigner.
Perplexed by America after all these years. ARM.
We're still introducing new animals to her.
She's been here more than half of her life. Way more than half of her life. 3/4 of her life.
I'm just getting used to the coyote now. Here comes
She
another one.
can't shake the accent for some reason.
Oh, another one. That's me. Oh my God. That's freaky looking.
He just set eyes on an armadillo.
You should see. Look up a video of them curling up.
Yeah.
Are they harmful?
No, they're actually like preyed
Yeah, I
upon.
think they're preyed upon.
That might be why they're moving up here. Well, I think they're like they're pushed out of wherever they're at if they're moving to Illinois.
They're ugly as Oh my god.
They're cool looking.
Nature's wussiest animal. Is that what you're saying?
They're like between a rat and a skunk or something.
No, but they have a hard shell and really sharp claws, and they dig into the earth.
What are they going to do?
And they're still
What are we gonna do?
preyed upon and
Have them as pets, I suppose.
No.
What do you mean
scared.
no?
Oh, they curl up like that?
Yeah,
Wow.
she's amazed.
They look like
They're fascinating. Okay, now we're gonna have you look up platypus.
Oh, come on.
Did you ever see a platypus?
No.
They're like a beaver with a duck beak.
Are they coming too?
A beaver with a duck beak. Yeah.
Isn't that what they are?
Yeah. Duck-billed
They-
platypus.
Like a beaver with a beak, a duck beak, like a
Yeah,
flat.
they are furry, right? All over.
Yeah.
Where are those things?
That's
Wait. She's got a name for it. This is gonna be like it's
No,
like
that's-
Australians.
inbreeding or whatever you call
It's
it.
not inbreeding. They've been around forever.
Oh. I think they did the duck thing.
I don't know, but they have live births and give
It
milk.
looks
They're
like
mammals.
An otter. It looks like an otter with a duck beak.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, it's got like a beaver tail too, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
What are those blackjacks?
Good one for you.
What are those for? You know what I'm talking about?
What do you say? Is
What's a blackjack?
that the thing the cops used to hit you over the head with?
I think.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a beaver tail, right?
No. It's
No.
It, you know, my great grandfather was a cop, and we somehow got our hands one time on his billy club, and it was his blackjack. It was like hard rubber with a piece of metal inside. They like it was very short. It was like maybe only 8 or 9 inches long, but they used to hit people with them, and I mean they would do some damage.
Clobber 'em.
Yeah, it had like a string on one end, like a leather string that you could put around your wrist and then knock somebody over the head, make their brain bucket spill. You know.
Give them such a lump.
See, I'm not that violent. I just give them such a pinch.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Give you such a pinch. And then she's looking at. Are you looking at cartoon caricatures of them?
Send this line. I found a cartoon, one of a platypus.
Uh-huh.
A platypus cartoon. Any room in the add-on pages for a new character?
I've never drawn a platypus.
I'm sending you.
I should draw a platypus.
No, you should draw a whole group of them. What are they called? Platypus.
Oh, she sent me a drawing of a platypus.
Yeah, it just
Mom
popped up.
says, found the platypus.
It looks like there's.
I think you could do better.
Well, gee. I got to put my money where your mouth is.
Well, now too, she knows what a platypus is now, and she knows what a armadillo. Yeah, so she's almost as smart as a kid about to enter kindergarten. So she's progressing nicely.
What's that?
She's progressing nicely. Like you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
There you go.
What you call tricks?
Oh, what Braden was doing today with that book, Nancy had gotten it for him, I think, and given it to him for Christmas. And he came over and he's like, "Look, what kind of bug is that called?" I said, "That's a grasshopper." So it showed you. He goes, "There's directions, so I can draw one," and he drew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does like a step by step on how to do it.
Book. It's like stuff I used to get for you, Ryan, when you were little. And it
Uh-huh.
shows every little step how to draw insects.
And he drew a
animals,
snail
everything.
and a grasshopper when I was watching him, and like that's what they look like. So now once he does it though, it's in his it's in his repertoire. He's got it, you know. He goes, oh, I can
Yeah.
draw that. Yeah, because we've done that before, and I can do that, and he'll show you what he knows, and he retains everything. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird too. I always got
I after we saw the Sonic movie, they asked me to draw them Sonic, and I drew Sonic. Yeah, just out of my head. It was a decent Sonic, and they, I think Braden and Chancellor were studying it for a minute, and they both drew a Sonic 2, and it was pretty good.
yeah. See.
Just copying mine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after we saw that movie, we were driving home in Liam's car, and Liam played one of the song from it that they played it in the beginning, and then they played it at the end, and
Uh-huh.
hear it all the way home.
What's that?
Genevieve wanted to hear that same song over and over all the way home, so that's what she learned.
They're funny, but it's really crazy following you along the line.
What's that?
I said Braden is following you along the lines of the art. He's very, very, very dedicated. You know, just
Yeah.
really loves it. You know,
Yeah.
gets excited about it. I mean, he comes here with his art books, and even when he's here,
He comes with pencils and
yes, I have a whole
markers.
art closet for them also, where it's like, you know, we want to do artwork today, Nana. I'm like, okay, let's bring it all out. You know.
Yeah.
So he's they're all into it, but Braden is like the number one. He's just like, oh my gosh. He will make pictures for people, put them in envelopes. He knows where I keep my envelopes. Put them in envelopes and write names on them, like Carson from Braden. He put in the mailbox, like the mailman's gonna know where to bring it, but he'll put the flag up.
He made one for Carson, and he kept going.
Here's a picture that Genevieve drew of me for me.
That's
She cut it out of the paper and gave it to me. And this is like part of one of Mom's poems, but it's all cut out.
Yeah. I remember when she drew that.
What? You put part of my poem in it?
It was on a piece of paper that had part of your poem on it.
Oh, really?
Drew a picture of Ryan. It's like a scribble figure in red.
Oh.
It looks like I'm a spider because I have like 10 eyes.
Hey, I didn't see that.
I remember that.
I didn't know she did that. Oh my god.
She should do comics.
You can't bring it up.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, because I always give them my old printer paper to draw on, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
So.
Oh, well. Yeah, you have to come over, Ryan. Come over your day off because, I mean.
When is that?
I don't know.
Seriously, I don't know when my next day off is.
Your day off from anything?
Yeah.
Well, of course, in a couple hours, go back home to work on yourself.
Yeah, we had an impromptu barbecue today.
Well, la-ti-da.
We didn't know they were coming. I knew that Jimmy was coming to get his check, but they all came, and then the kids wanted to go in the pool, so they had to put on underwear that she found here because she didn't anticipate the pool being open or the kids wanting to go in. And so they all went in, and it was cold, but they endured. And even the little kid cried, but he ended up going in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little. Chancellor was in for a while, and Braden, man, was swimming around. without a life preserver, so we had to kind of watch him. But he was doing a good job.
Yeah.
He drinks water. He gets to the side when he needs to. I'm real nervous. I'm standing there barking orders to him. Well, if you get tired, roll over onto your back and do your back flick. Like, okay, I think I'm still good. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and then he do the bottom with all the toys that was in the bottom from last summer. Yeah.
That did
He got the car that was in there, a couple of whatever you call them, little
torpedoes.
yeah, little full torpedoes.
Let's-
5 years old.
Chancellor
He jumped to the
Chancellor
bottom
was
of the
saying.
pool.
Chancellor is telling me, we got them sinkers. We need to find those sinkers.
That's
Those
what he
sinker
calls
toys.
them, the sinkers.
He calls them sinker toys because
little
they're like missiles that look like shark heads.
Shark heads?
They're like
They
they're
look like little torpedoes.
they look like torpedoes, but with like a shark kind of face on the head of the torpedo. Looks like
Okay.
something the Navy would have, just like it's painted
Yeah.
on it. And you drop them and then you dive for them. So Braden was doing that today, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
5 years old, and he can dive to the bottom of the pool.
He's going to the bottom and up again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
No floaties on and nothing.
He makes me nervous because he's good, but he's not that good yet.
I know,
And
you gotta give
Yeah.
him
He's very confident about
I
it,
don't
though.
I don't want him to
Probably.
have false confidence. But
Yeah.
I had to put my suit. I'm still wearing my suit. I didn't go in the pool, but
Huh.
I had to have it on in case I had to jump in and get him.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to because he's dealing with it pretty well. It's like last year he just started doing the backstroke. Jimmy goes,
Yeah,
"Did you
that's
do
crazy.
that?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't."
no.
And he said he saw a kid at the Bartlett pool do it. So
Oh,
he-
yeah. I remember hearing about that. That's funny.
He's a learner, and he's easy to us.
Yeah, he's very observant.
Mm-hmm.
It works well with him because then he can do it. He retains things too.
And then when he came out, and he used to go on the patio with me, and I said to him, he said, "Oh, how come none of the grown-ups went into the pool?" I said, "Well, grown-ups don't like the cold so much. So that's why none of the grown-ups went into the pool." And he goes, "Oh, well, that's good. I'm happy that none of the grown-ups went in." I said, "Why? I thought you said you wanted them, other people to go in the pool." And he goes, "No, but they would have been too cold. So it's good they didn't go in." Because
That's
it was cold
So
in there.
his lips are turning blue, but he didn't want to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he was leaving, I gave him a hug. I go, "Listen, when the weather gets warmer, I'll go in with you every night." I said that today. It's too early in May, and Katrina wouldn't go in with them either. And she said, "No, I went in last year in May because I was free." Yeah. So the first thing Braden did when he jumped in the water was scream.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, all three of them screamed, but only really Chancellor and Braden stayed in.
Mm-hmm.
But they get used to it. They're tough kids, man. They
Yeah.
roll with stuff. Because I was asking him
We
what
do.
time of year. I said, I like summer. And he goes, I like winter. Like, you like to go outside and do stuff in the winter? Yeah. Like sledding and stuff like that he likes to do. So
He likes summer because when I was sitting talking to the patio, he goes, I said, "I'm so glad it's summertime." He goes, "Ooh, Nana." I said, "Because now we can get in the pool and do all the yard work and lots of things."
and Jimmy borrowed the power washer, and I told Braden, I go, well, when your dad brings it back, tell him bring Braden too, and we can do our house because he wants to try it out. And a kid in a
Yeah.
power washer is always fun to watch.
What's that?
A kid with a power washer is always fun to watch.
That's so.
I can send you a film right now. You'll laugh.
Oh, don't. That's your mother. Welcome.
Oh yeah, man, I've been on with you for 40 minutes or more.
Yeah, maybe. Probably.
No, I know because there's the camera, the time is up in the corner.
Was I on an hour before you?
Not even. So it's been like 45 minutes. Bloody hell, she says.
Bloody hell.
But tomorrow morning, she'll be an expert on armadillos and platypus.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
She'll have the Wikipedia page memorized.
The cartoon. She'll be drawing them into her like Irish scenes. Platypus on the road to Donegal. The
platypus by the seaside.
The platypus of Dunlow. The platypi of Dunlow. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna go grab a midnight snack, and then I'm gonna crash because I have to. Like, I went to do some estimates today, and I have to like put them in real time and send them to people.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was nice to talk with you. Let me know when you can come by because I'll talk to you again, but in like just you and me in person. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Oh, for sure. Keep doing your thing. It's looking good.
Thanks.
All right. I'll talk to you.
Adios.
Adios.
Bye-bye. My dad and my mom. They do exist. They do exist. So that was weird. No, I'm just kidding. What else? I'm just nicking up the ground. These are essentially the same picture as each other. This one and this one. Let's see, but I think that's it. Yeah. Now, here's the trap worm. Who says, "Scaw!" or something. My mom is one of the goofiest people I've ever met. I'm just thinking how she never knew what an armadillo or a platypus were. It's like I had to have learned what those were, like in her household. No, I don't know. Maybe I learned in school or from Barney or something. I don't know. Well, that is in her household, but you know, she wasn't there watching Barney. But it's just weird. And she says weird things all the time. Like she makes up phrases on accident. I wish I had any in mind. One time she said, or the shit's gonna hit the you know what. But she does that all the time where she like mixes up common phrases and kind of makes them better sometimes or just makes them really weird. Like, what is that even supposed to mean? What do you think that means? You used it so confidently. Okay. So the trapworm has these big old buck teeth. I just remembered something I meant to do before I came on the stream and I didn't do it. Yeah, so here he's got these little dongles hanging from his chin. Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. I remember it was 2 days after payday, but I can't remember if I saw fireworks in the sky. Boneheads on the move. The trapworm is in this frame just to remind you that there's a trapworm in the room. I made up the name trapworm. It was originally called a sandworm, but when I started making the book, like, it was one of the earliest. It actually looked a bit different, but it was one of the earliest things when I first made up Bonehead, like 10 years ago or so. The they were called sandworms. And it was one of the first things I did. I designed Bonehead and his boss, Mr. Shivers, and the trap worm. Those were the first three things I made up about Bonehead. And they were called sandworms, but when I was making the book, when I was writing the script, I wanted to change the name just because sandworms are in Dune and they're in Beetlejuice, and I wanted to come up with a different name for them. And I landed on Trapworm with 2 P's. Which I like. I've been waiting such a long time. Here's Billy. Whoosh. Billy from Planet Montana. I need tea. My tea's empty. All work and no tea make Ryan suicide. No, not suicidal. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say homicidal. My bad. I meant to say homicidal. We don't endorse suicide here, just plain old regular murder. Get it right. Here's boy, chairs sure are fun to draw a million times. The next book I make, I should fill every page with chairs. The main setting is going to be an abandoned auditorium. La, la 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 la. La. As the Strokes once said, I've got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. Well, it's got these rings on each one of its segments. So I did these like shadows, but I feel like they conform to the body the wrong way, so I'm going to draw them at a different angle. Sure. And here's the ground. There's like this path here. Okay. It's like a walkway behind them. Okay. Just these weird, like, seamy things on the ground. Okay, one more panel. And then I can finally be laid to rest. Laid to rest. It's like 11:30. I like drawing Mort a lot, but he didn't have as big a part in this book as I might have guessed he would. Though he does have some funny bits in this book. He's got a couple fun scenes. If you haven't seen it, there should be a link in the description to the cartoon that I made, the Bonehead cartoon that I made. And if you watch, no, I don't know. If there isn't a link, there should be shortly after the stream ends. Bonehead dodges the landlord. He sneaks into work late, and then gets sent home, and then meets a girl he has a crush on, who is Petunia. So I guess the cartoon takes place before this book, because in this book he's already dating Petunia. But in the cartoon, he's only just met her. Mort takes him takes Bonehead to the Rusty Skillet, which is where Petunia works as a waitress. Sounds like a very SpongeBob sounding place to me. The Rusty Skillet. Sounds like something that would be in SpongeBob or something. Here's her hair. They're free. Hooray! Sparkles on her dress. Yay. That's fun. Oh, how cute. La, 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 la. I gotta get contacts again. I'm so over glasses right now. This pair keeps First of all, they're broken. 6 months into owning them. And they keep sliding down my face. And they make my face all oily. I'm just having them sit. I'll put on my old pair again, which are all bent up and gnarly. But at least they're lighter and won't slide down my face as much. Oh yeah, it's the same again. It looks like I'm looking through a fishbowl. My prescription must have changed just enough to freak me out. One tail, two tails. One tail, two tails. One tail. No, I'm sorry. It's like Ryan's having a conniption fit. Ryan's like, is it heat stroke? What's happening to him? I'd say the pressure was getting to him, but what pressure? That's from The Simpsons. I'd say the pressure's finally gotten to Dad, but what pressure? Ahem. I don't know what that noise was. I think there's a ninja in here. Oh, moisey me. Moisey me? Moisey you! Crooked tie. He thinks he's Dilbert. But Dilbert is barely Dilbert. Dilbert the comic, I'm pretty sure, was drier than unbuttered toast. But I did like the cartoon show of it that they had many years ago. Dilbert was voiced by Daniel Stern. Who's also the narrator of The Wonder Years, which I watched recently and loved. I loved The Wonder Years, which I had never seen before. Who else was in Dilbert? The boss, the pointy-haired boss guy, was voiced by the dad from 10 Things I Hate About You, I'm pretty sure, if I had to guess. Whatever that actor's name is. You don't see him around anymore. I feel like he tended to play stern jerks all the time. I keep reaching for my tea, and there's none to be had. I was thinking about when my dad was on, telling him, hey, talk about something interesting while I go get myself a cup of tea. But I didn't want to do that. I mean, I did want to do that. I did. But I didn't do it. Oof. So here is this line. How about that? Hey, it's the truth. That was that line. I'm just saying. Okay. Okay. Then here's some other chair-like figures. I wake up and then I jerk my brain awake, but it won't work. I forget the next line. In the foothills, my thoughts, they keep straying out of reach. Say it's wrong, or say it's right. Say we may, or say goodnight. I forget how it goes. That's one of my favorite Violent Femmes albums, though. It's called We Can Do Anything. And it's one of their most recent ones, too. The next one they did, the most recent one they did, called Hotel Last Resort. I like the title track, but generally, that album wasn't too grabby for me. It almost looks like a children's album. We Can Do Anything. Like it looks like it might be a kid's album, and then the second track on the album sounds like a kid's song, and you're like, is this a kid's album? And it's not. It's really not. But there's like a decidedly very creepy song called Big Car. They were talking about that album in some interview, and when it came out, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we've got probably one of our darkest songs of all time on that album." From the band that did Country Death Song. No, that's probably their darkest. I like Never Tell, which is kind of dark. Hey, I think I'm done with the page, everybody. I can move on with my life. But will I move on with my life? Signs point to, I don't know. Come on in my car, I got a big one. Okay. I'm calling it, people. This has been Ink the Book Show. So, oh, look at these messed up glasses. They don't look so messed up as they are, but anyway, I'll be back tomorrow morning-ish. That's the plan anyway. Tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah, I should be back tomorrow morning. So, we'll see if I'm a dirty, rotten liar or if I'm getting my stuff together. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be back. Time to end the stream because I'm out of stuff to say. Goodbye, everybody. I love you.